Hi there. It seems like as good a time as any to take a minute and talk about what is unschooling. You may have some descriptions of unschooling that are a little off the mark. So let me give you a couple of things to keep in mind. First, it's all about the learning. Unschooling is living with your children in a way that recognizes that all humans are hardwired to learn and be curious. It may be squashed down a little bit because of past parenting or school expectations, but it's there and it can be revived because unschoolers believe that learning is natural. We don't bother with separating life into subjects, grade levels, scoring, grades, quizzes. We don't believe that teaching prepared lessons is the best path to learning. That's more about making the educational system work and not so much about the child and their learning. It's like having this beautiful road that suddenly has a whole bunch of unnecessary speed bumps on it. It definitely is interrupting the flow. So instead of forcing a child to fit into a curriculum plan, unschoolers flip it over and start with the learner. What is their interest? What is their curiosity? How can parents add to the experience? Not to turn it into a lesson, but to make it more sparkly. We have more life experiences, so we may know activities from within our home or within our community that would add to the experience. It may be that your child is happy with the level or depth of exposure and doesn't want that additional input, and that's okay too. That's part of learning to direct your own path and having the option of saying, no, thanks. It's also a good reminder of why we shouldn't rush out and buy all sorts of expensive things because the child has shown a little interest. It may be just a passing interest, or they may enjoy dabbling here or there. Many a new unschooler has made this costly mistake. So start small and see how it goes. The other part has to do with partnering. Unschooling works when parents are able to partner with their children. While this may sound really radical to some people, we know that all humans want to be heard. They want their opinions and their ideas valued, especially by the people who are supposed to love them the most. Partnering really only works, though, when trust exists. So unschooling families work to strengthen their ties with each other by listening and observing and truly caring about how everyone in the family wants to live their lives. Does this mean unschooled children never hear the word no? Of course not. But it isn't the knee-jerk response of unschooling parents. Even if the request seems pretty outlandish, is there a part of it that you could say yes to? A part of it that could be done? Unschooling parents can get pretty creative when it comes to getting needs met. So that's a pretty good starting place for what is unschooling. For some action steps this week, I want you to spend a little time observing each child without trying to create a plan. Just watch them. What do they like to do? What time of day is their high energy level day? What time of day are they more likely to want to kind of snuggle down and read a book with you? What time of day are they really hungry? It may not be the regular meal times that had been expected that we would eat at certain times of day. It may not be then. So just observe and see what you can come up with. Take notes if you need to without jumping in to make it better. You know, sometimes our version of better isn't what they had in mind at all. Notice if you bulldoze a little, even if you have good intentions. So you have some resources to go through that'll help you understand more about how unschooling works. So I want you to take some time this week to read a little. Think about creating a habit. What's a good time for you to listen to podcasts or read an article or watch a video? Make an appointment with yourself. See if you can set this new habit. Continue to observe what your child's preferences are and focus on connecting with them this week. Let their choices be good enough without your correcting them or making them better. This is your week to observe. So enjoy your unschooling adventures, and I'll be back next week with more resources and another podcast. Until then, take care.